Hello guys, uh, welcome to this video, and this is a short video which is in which I will be covering uh, some FAQs related to SAP Central Payments. Of course, there is another video on the channel related to Central Payment, but this is again just a refresh version of quick FAQs. And when you listen, don't worry that how to do things. I will be covering detailed in the video where I will be covering central payment configuration steps as well as some other topics related to important nodes and other key areas. So don't worry about it. We will cover. This is the seventh video in the series. We are just keeping on and on as you guys are loving the channel, listening to a lot of videos. Also, I see a lot of people liking the video, subscribing to the channel, so that's good. Continue with it and let's go ahead. So first question, this is a very first question come to everybody's mind when you listen the term central payment. What is this all about? So central payment is basically when you decide to implement the transactional processes in S4HANA Central Finance core system. This can be done one of the first process. So when you implement S4HANA, you activate Central Finance, you start your replication from your source systems. For example, let's assume two ECC systems, and today you are running your operations there. You are making invoices, payments from there. Of course, all your financial processes is in source system. You implement Central Finance, you replicate your invoices, of course, with all your documents, and then now your invoices are coming in Central Finance system. So now what you do is invoice posted in source are replicated to Central Finance via standard SAP mechanism. Payment of those invoices can be executed from central system, reducing the burden from source system. So now in present, you are making payment from two systems. You have two bank connectivities. You have uh, two two different processes. You might have two different dates of making payment in a week. You might have different people in different geography making the payments. But in future, what you can do is when you one system is making payment for all the invoices, you can standardize your process. So that's where the key advantage of central payment and central finance comes in. That I just take an example of two systems. Assume you have 20 systems, 30 systems, the large organization. And when you say non-SAP, then it's again a different flavor because in non-SAP you have other processes, different type of bank connectivity, bank integration. So then all those things can be standardized and make your payment from one system. So that's central payment. Can I deactivate if processes change? Of course, you can decide that okay, today I activate central payment and tomorrow I will may not be using this. But unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, central payment once activated cannot be deactivated unless you decide to kill your system. So please ensure that if you this is a very critical decision. This is not a just that you activate and you deactivate. It is not a small custom code or a small body or enhancement. It is a very crucial decision. Take it should be taken looking at the future. It is a non-reversible change. Do I need to activate for all companies in the system or a company codes? For example, you have 50 company codes in one system. So the answer is very simple. Central payment is activated per company code. So for example, you have ECC system, two ECC system. You can activate for depending on number of system, depending on number of company codes, depending on process change you are looking. So you can activate, for example, two company code from first ECC and two company code from other ECC. So what you need to do is for four company code, the payment will happen from S4 system, but for remaining company codes in source system, the payment can happen from the source system itself. So yes, there is no problem. You can activate it by company code. It is not at a system level or a client level. It is company code driven transformation. You can take a small steps before you decide to take a big step. Then how can it be activated? This is a very important question. Of course, I will cover it in detail as we move forward. You need to implement, there are few implement standard SAP notes. There are few configuration set. SAP has given the guide for which is attached to the note, to the master note of central payment. We need to implement those nodes, do some configuration, and that can be activated. It's very fairly simple process, but yes, from a strategy perspective, very important to consider. What's important? Suggestion based on the experience. Yes, very important. So based on my experience, look for the future carefully before you activate. Think, plan, prepare, and ensure that you strategize before you activate central payment. You just go and don't go and activate it. This should not just be a functionality rather than a big step towards a transformation. If you did a mistake, huge implications can be seen on AR and AP processes. Especially AR and AP are impacted for your outgoing payment, your incoming payment. So you can see huge implication if you say, I activate it today, but after 1 year I say I don't want to deactivate it. I want to switch it off. Then there would be a huge implication. It is non-reversible technically, but of course with help of SAP you can play around, but it's a mess in the system. So it is not, as I said, not just a functionality, big step towards a transformation. So please plan and prepare before you just go and activate it, so that you don't get into a lot of debt in terms of technology. Very important consideration. These are just the key areas which I talk about, and of course I will talk more detail about in a specific central payment video where I will be covering the master node, the configuration guide, and of course the configuration of central payment. So stay tuned for that. uh, and if you see on the screen now, more sessions are coming, more videos are coming, specifically the FAQ level. I cover AIF error handling as video number 6. Central payment is now released, will be now available very soon as video number 7. And then we cover mappings, non-SAP system integration, SLT configuration, and then SLT filters, RFC connections, and CFIN future and usage of RPA. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the YouTube comments and I will take that up in the next session. Also, please share your suggestions, your experience as well on YouTube comments. I would like to hear from you what you have done in your central payment or central finance project. What issues do you face, so that we just everybody don't learn from their own mistakes, we learn from others experience as well. So feel free to share your experience and I will bring that into the form of video. Comments are available to everybody. Please do that, so that we share as a common knowledge, as a group of people who have a common interest in the SAP and especially in central finance. That's all for now. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel. And I will come up with more videos so that you can get more information about the central finance topic. Thank you.